The day I fought beside humans and learned why gods still fear them. I am Kresheval of the Eternal Guard. For 3 centuries, I have served the divine ascendants, the species our galaxy reveres as gods. We are their warriors, their protectors, their chosen. I have fought in 40 campaigns, crushed rebellions, defended sacred temples. I believed myself unshakable. Then I fought beside humans, and everything changed. The incursion came without warning. Void spawn, ancient horrors from the space between stars. They tore through reality itself, flooding the sacred world of Tefra with creatures that physics couldn't explain. The Ascendants called for their guard. We deployed immediately, 2,000 of us, the finest warriors in known space. Within 6 hours, we'd lost half our force. The Void Spawn didn't die like normal enemies. They reformed, adapted, learned from every tactic we used. "Fall back to the temple," Commander Vexthon ordered, mandibles trembling. "We cannot hold." "Terran reinforcements inbound," communications reported. ETA, 3 minutes. I felt relief, then confusion. Why would the Ascendants request human assistance? They were barely evolved. Young species, no divine lineage. What could they possibly offer? The human dropships descended through chaos. Not elegant vessels like ours. Battered things, scarred with combat damage from a dozen previous engagements. Jury-rigged armor panels, paint scorched off in places. They landed hard. Ramps dropped, humans poured out. 200 soldiers, not thousands, 200. Their commander, a woman with burn scars along her jaw, surveyed the battlefield. Void spawn, Category 4 manifestations, reality resistant. She didn't sound afraid, just focused. Standard ammunition ineffective, energy weapons partially effective. They adapt to repeated exposure. She turned to her troops. "You know the drill, alpha pattern, rotate fire types, don't let them learn." The humans moved. "I've seen coordinated tactics before. The Eternal Guard trains for decades to achieve unity. These humans achieved something different. They didn't move like a single unit. They moved like a living organism, each soldier an independent cell that somehow knew what every other cell was doing. One squad fired conventional rounds while another used plasma. A third deployed some kind of sonic disruption. A fourth threw knives, physical metal knives, against reality-warping horrors. And it worked. "They're not adapting," I breathed, watching a void spawn collapse under a barrage that never repeated the same attack twice. The human commander, Captain Martinez, I later learned, fought beside me. She moved with brutal efficiency, weapon in one hand, combat blade in the other. A void spawn materialized between us. She didn't hesitate, dropped her rifle, drew a second blade, and charged. No divine blessing, no enhanced biology, just determination and a sharp piece of metal. She carved through reality-resistant flesh with precision born from... what? Training? Desperation? The creature dissolved. Martinez retrieved her rifle, breathing hard. "You all right?" she asked me. I stared at her, this small creature, this mortal. "You attacked it with primitive weapons." She grinned, wild, fierce. "Sometimes old school works best. These things adapt to energy signatures and exotic particles. But steel..." She wiped ichor from her blade. "Steel's been annoying things for thousands of years. Hard to evolve a defense against simplicity." The battle lasted 9 hours. By the end, 173 humans remained standing. 800 of the Eternal Guard survived. We had been saved by a force 1/5 our size. The Ascendants themselves descended to survey the aftermath. Beings of pure energy. Consciousnesses evolved beyond physical form. They approached Captain Martinez. "You have our gratitude, mortal," the first Ascendant intoned. "Your courage honors..." "With respect," Martinez interrupted. "We didn't do this for honor." Silence rippled across the battlefield. No one interrupted an Ascendant. "Then why?" the divine being asked. Martinez gestured to the wounded, human and Eternal Guard alike, being treated by combined medical teams. "Because people needed help. That's enough." The Ascendant's energy form flickered. "You do not seek our favor? Our blessing? Your favor is yours to give or withhold. Doesn't change what needed doing." Martinez shouldered her rifle. "We came. We fought. Job's done." I watched the Ascendant, a being worshipped across 40 systems, struggled to comprehend this. You would refuse divine recognition? Martinez smiled, tired, genuine. Sir, we're from Earth. We spent 10,000 years with gods who demanded worship, promised protection, and mostly just watched us suffer. She looked at the stars. We learned to save ourselves. Became kind of a habit. Later, as the humans prepared to depart, I approached Martinez. Why did you really come? I asked. The truth. She considered this while checking her equipment. Your ascendant sent a distress call. It reached Terran Command. We had forces nearby. She shrugged. Simple as that. But you risked your lives for strangers. For a species that serves beings you don't even revere. Martinez paused, looked at me directly. Kresheval, right? I nodded. On Earth, we have this concept. Took us way too long to figure it out, honestly. She sealed her pack. We don't do the right thing because gods are watching. We do it because we're watching. Because we have to live with ourselves. You fear your own judgment more than divine judgment? We trust our own judgment more. She smiled. Gods can be wrong, can be cruel, can be absent when you need them most. But you're always there. Every choice, every moment. She extended her hand. Your ascendants are powerful, impressive, maybe even worthy of worship. She gripped my forearm in the human gesture of respect. But they're not the ones who'll haunt you if you walk away when someone needs help. You are. I returned to the Eternal Guard, but everything had shifted. I began questioning, not faith, but dependency. The ascendants were powerful, yes, but humans had taught me something profound. Divinity wasn't about power. It was about choice. The choice to help when you could walk away. The choice to fight when surrender was easier. The choice to be kind when cruelty was simpler. Gods could do these things. Humans chose to. Every single time. And that was why even gods feared them. Not because humans were stronger, but because they didn't need to be gods to do what gods should. They just needed to be human. And apparently, that was enough.